Hi there, let's make the Sweet 16 Bralette from PinUp Girls Patterns. So here's the thing I just learned before we approach this pattern. The reason why it's called Sweet 16 is because there are 16 versions of this bralette that you can make. I thought it was, the title being misleading that, okay, this is the perfect bralette for a teenager. No, this thing is cute, like you saw in the photos. So let's get started and take a look at the pattern. Here's the instructions. Here is the pattern. If you have never made a bralette or a bra with PinUp Girls Patterns, it is only paper when you order it. It comes with a booklet of instructions. The back has all of your guides for notions and sizing, and you trace your pattern pieces. They're all nested, and they end up looking like this, okay? It's one big piece of paper. If it's a more complex pattern, it has several, but the tip is highlight your size. Once you determine your size, highlight and trace. It's the easiest, and then you just fold this back up and put it back in the envelope. And we suggest not to cut them because you may have to make another size at some point. And again, they're very easy to trace and store. We are going to make the bralette out of all lace. And you see I've already taken my highlighter to this pattern instructions because I've made it before. And you just want to get your highlighter. You want to read your pattern 3 times. It tells you how to take your measurements and what the measurements are needed for this particular pattern, just like any other bra pattern or any other garment pattern. And all of your guides, and then the instructions start with numbers. So it'll give you techniques to use, and it'll give you pictures and guides. You can get through it very easily. This particular pattern is easy. So we're doing all lace. On the back, take a look at the size chart. PinUp Girls Patterns, their sizing convention is based on your bottom cup depth. Okay, so you're going to measure your breasts from the wire line up to the apex point. And for this particular pattern, find that number. This is 3 1/4 inches, 3 1/2 inches, 3 3/4 inches, 4, and so on. And on this pattern, I'm going to choose a size D. If I'm 3 1/2 inches, bottom cup depth, I'm going to choose a size D. This is not a D cup. It has nothing to do with your regular bra size. This just happens to be the size that's applied to this pattern convention. Okay, so get started, get your measurements taken, and then determine on the pattern which one you're going to cut. You're going to take your rib cage measurement, and you're going to take your bottom cup depth and determine what letter size applies to you. So then you're going to trace and cut and get started. Good luck. Don't blink. This is a very quick one. Here's a tip. Now that we've gone through the instructions and you've traced your pattern pieces out, make sure you trace every detail on this pattern. Here's the center front with a notch. Here's a notch here. Your arrow for the direction of greatest stretch. Side cup, cut 2. So just get in the habit of doing that, especially if you're going to be working with PinUp Girls Patterns. Okay. Here's our pieces. We're all cut out. Here's the outer cup, inner cup, outer cup, inner cup. Here's the front band. And this center gets stitched together. This is the last thing we'll do. And here's the back band. All right, it's a nice stretch lace. And we are going to use the bottom band elastic. And we're going to actually stitch it just onto the back. Just like that. That's what we're going to do on the bottom. We're going to use the clear elastic on the cups. So here's the lace cups. We're going to use the clear elastic and stitch very delicately right there. So it gives you a little hug as you're wearing it. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and start putting our cups together. Here's the clear elastic that we use on lace edges. It's 3/8 inch wide. And here is the lace cup. I'm on the reverse side of the lace. These are your scallops, and these points right here are the valleys of the scallop edge. And that's where you're going to lay your elastic, right there. Leave some handling room at the top so you don't, you know how the needles don't like it when you got a teeny weeny piece of fabric right there to start. So leave some handling room when you first start. You're going to use a zigzag stitch. Now my best practice that I do is I don't use a really tight zigzag because it's just too much on this delicate fabric, particularly this elastic. So I'll lengthen my zigzag stitch. It's a regular zigzag. Example, it's a 3.0 width. And then I'll increase it to like 5.5 or 6, just depending on, you know, what it looks like and everything. But I don't want a really tight zigzag because it just kind of overpowers. And I hold it taut. I don't stretch the elastic or anything. Okay. I got a piece of thread there. I don't hold it. I just hold it taut. And that's what it looks like. So I'll cut it here. I'll cut it here. You'll know if you pull it too tight. That's one thing. You'll know if you pull the elastic as you're sewing because it'll crinkle up and it create this line. So you don't want that. So just kind of hold it taut and stitch right in the middle of the elastic. There's that. Put one bra cup together. Here's your laces, the edge. So here's the inner cup and the outside, the side cup. And you just put them together at the tip. And here you're going to use a straight stitch or a stable stitch. So no need for a zigzag stitch on your lace. Use a stable stitch because it does need to stay stable. Your stretch needs to be that way. Okay, so you want to put your cups together, right sides together. And if you clip or pin, it's up to you. And you're going to stitch, and it's a curve, but they do match up. And if you pin at the top, I like to clip. Clip at the very top, and then you'll notice how it all lines up, and you can just clip right in the middle. And then 1/4 inch seam allowance, a straight stitch. Got both cups done. Got lace on both sides. And here is the point where it comes together in the middle, right there. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's put those to the side. Let's do the band. Here's the front frame pieces and the back. So now we're looking at the back of the bra. So the front frame will go here and here. This is the back of the bra. This is where the cups go because we'll be putting it together in the front. So do right sides together on each side to attach these pieces. And we'll be putting elastic on the bottom. Now I'm not going to use the clear elastic because it's the bottom band. I want a little bit more support and, you know, hug than what that clear elastic will do. The clear elastic is nice on my chest, my neckline, but I'm going to put a bottom band elastic on the bottom here. Okay, 1/4 inch seam allowance, straight stitch. All right, let's put the elastic on the band. And the first piece we'll do is the top edge. This is the top of your back. This is the bottom. We're not putting the cups in yet. So I'm going to use a 3/8 inch picot elastic. You can use a fold over elastic. You can, take your inspiration from the pattern. Doesn't matter. It's a nice elastic, as long as it's about 3/8. Okay. And what I'm going to do is stitch the picot elastic on the right side of the lace. I'm going to use a 3-step zigzag. If you do not have a 3-step zigzag on your machine, you can use a regular zigzag. I'm going to stitch it along the edge, and then my second pass, I'm going to turn it over so the picot edges are kind of sticking up and looking really cute. Okay. So no pulling, not necessary to pull. Let's see. Lay this out. Just lay it down, and once you stitch it from end to end, then you're coming to your second pass, fold it over, and then you're going to stitch it again. Same stitch, same zigzag stitch. Now that we've got the elastic on the upper back, it's time to put the cups on. All right, here's my suggestion. These pieces can get confusing. Turn your bra where you're looking at the front. And here's the cup piece, the cup cradles. And you've already got your bra cups in, in the order that they should be. Here's your inside. They're right here. All right, so just make sure this one goes here. And this one goes over here. And you're doing right sides together. And the instructions show you how to keep it in orientation also. It'll tell you you're looking at the back of the bra. So let's just put this like that. Yeah, you're looking at the inside of the bra. All right, and you're just going to do right sides together and put these edges, start here. And you have notches that you can follow. Either you've clipped them depending on your fabric, snipped them with your scissor, or you did a sticker or a marking, just depending on your fabric and what shows up best. But don't skip over those notches. I'll line up these edges and make sure my lace scallops are lined up with the edge of the back elastic. And then we will stitch both cups on, then put the bottom elastic on, stitch the front, put straps on. See, doesn't take long at all. Now that you have the cups on, at this point you can put it around you and check fit, especially if you have a stretch lace or a stretch fabric that you can just pull around. If you are doing the closures version, maybe not, but at this point you can go ahead and check your fit. I have changed my mind about a piece that earlier I said I was going to use another elastic on the bottom band, just like I did here. I like this here. It gives me a little bit more stability around my back, but I am going to use the lingerie elastic at the bottom here because I'm just seeing how this lace is behaving. It was looking really pretty, and I don't want to weight it down with a heavier elastic because it's just laying so nicely. Almost to a point where maybe I don't need elastic, but I am going to. So I'm going to use the same lingerie elastic, the clear elastic, the 3/8 inch on the bottom band, and I'm going to line it up on the valleys of the scallops all the way across. I'm not going to pull. I'm just going to use my long zigzag stitch and hold it taut as I stitch and pull it all the way across from edge to edge. And then we'll be ready to close it up. The cups are together, the frame and back band are together. You've got your elastics on the upper back and the bottom edge. Now for this version, it's time to stitch the center. Just put the cups together in the center. And then we you will be ready to put straps on. All I want you to do is email me or leave me a message when you made your 10th bralette because they're so easy and, they're such a quick sew. So I'm going to stitch down the middle and then we'll be time for straps. So we're looking at the back of the bra, the back band, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Here's our straps with adjusters on it. I'm going to put this in the front, on the front of the bra, because sometimes if the bra is so pretty, I don't want to put the adjusters on the front. I want to put them in the back. So that means I need another strap to support it in the back band. What you're looking at, I found the center, so just clip or pin to mark the center of your back band. And then come out 3 inches, okay? And I put some strapping here, and it's going to be from the top edge down to the bottom. So you've seen this before. This, the strap just gives a lot of support if it's all the way down. And then I'm just going to stitch it here. And then this is what it'll look like. The elastics will be in the back, and I know it's crazy looking. I'll just put that just like that. So that's how it'll look in the back. And then this goes in the front, right there. And we'll just stitch that on very nicely, okay? All right, so let's do that. Now first, if you are not familiar with how to put rings and sliders on a strap, let me show you. Here's your strap. My strap is 18 inches long. That's my size. Look on the pattern and see what your size would be. All right, so you're just gonna, let's move this out of the way so you can see. Thread the strap right side through the slider so it looks like a belt buckle. Then fold it down and you're going to stitch right across there. And once you get that stitched, just thread this ring on and then take the strap back through the slider a second time. You've seen these all your life. If you haven't done it, now you're just seeing how it gets like that. Just pull it down. Because as your elastics, when you wear bras or bralettes, as your elastics get old, they really stretch out. So you'll be pulling this up. That's what they look like. So we're going to attach, we're going to stitch down this elastic strapping here on the inside of the back band. And then we're going to thread on the right side, looking at the right side, we're going to thread this through the ring and just secure it down. It doesn't move. It's just the secure piece in the back, and it stretches. So you got a little bit more stretch there, and it'll look just like that. It's done. Isn't that cute? It's cuter than I thought it would be. Don't you make things like that sometimes where you're like, this is cute. So let's go over our straps. So here's the added strapping in the back, and this is what it looks like underneath. And here's your adjusters. And there you are. Yes, I did try it on. It is cute. So good luck. If you need any additional information or questions, go ahead and shoot them below. And thank you for joining the channel and participating in Bralettes and Bottoms. Next Friday, well, we have a whole schedule because I know this video will be up a while. We have a whole schedule of Friday bralettes, but just put your notifications on YouTube channel so you can keep up with all of the bra and bralette makes that I post. Have fun. Thank you.